The new Indian Chief is changing my mind about one thing. Alright, what is up everybody? As always, thanks for stopping by to check out today's Moto John video. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and take a look back at some of our other videos. You might find something you like back there. So today we're talking about one aspect of the new Indian Chief that has totally changed my mind about something in the motorcycle industry. So as everyone knows by now, Indian released their new 2022 Indian Chief model, and it came with some pretty big hype because they pretty much totally revamped the entire bike. So the Indian Chief used to look like this, and now it looks like this. So for today's video, I'm not really going to go into too much detail on the specs or the real in-depth details of the bike as a whole. I'm not really going to compare it to any other bikes out there. There's already plenty of great videos that were put out doing a lot of that. You can always check those out if you want to. But just a quick recap on the Indian Chief. It's totally redesigned this year, and it kind of falls into that middleweight cruiser type segment. It's available with Indian's Thunderstroke 111 or 116 air-cooled engine, and many people are saying it's a direct shot at some of Harley's middleweight cruisers like a Street Bob, Lowrider S, for example. Just my quick thoughts on the bike. I think it looks awesome. I think it looks great. The style is amazing. The fit and finish looks awesome, and I'm sure that engine is probably pretty impressive. But like I said, I want to talk more about one aspect of this bike that really blew me away when I saw it for the first time. It totally changed my opinion on something about riding. So what is it that has me so excited and has changed my mind? So the one thing I'm so impressed with is this new digital gauge that they've put on this bike. And it has me kind of rethinking my stance on things like Bluetooth, music, navigation, all those types of things while I'm riding. So many of you might know by now, I don't use my phone or anything like that for navigation while I'm riding. I never really got into any of that. I really just like to hop on, go wherever I'm planning or go wherever I need to, and just kind of think about riding and enjoying the ride. I don't like messing with all those electronics and navigation and different things like that. But with that said, I'm also curious to know what everyone else's opinion on all that stuff is. Do you guys like navigation, Bluetooth, music, all those things while riding? Leave me a comment down there. Let me know. Not that I'm against any of it, I'm just kind of lazy and don't feel like messing around with it a lot of the time. Like I said, I like to just hop on and go. Also don't like to risk having my phone fall off the mount. I know those things have been tested and they've been through all the rigorous testing and things, but sometimes, I don't know, I just don't trust them. But I've also heard some bad stories about mounts that have messed up cameras on them as well from the vibration. So for whatever reason, I just choose to go without. But for as far as navigation to get where I'm going, if I don't know where I'm going, for the most part, honestly, I'll just look it up on a map ahead of time and hope it works out. Now, yes, don't get me wrong, I do get lost from time to time. Case in point right here, when I got Tim from Nevermore Moto and a bunch of his friends from Baltimore lost, who I'd never even met before, in the city of Philadelphia.
Shit, I don't know which way to go. We could end up on 95. You're serious? But wait, no, we're on Bartram Ave, I think. I don't know. Gotta be honest. I don't know.
But anyways, this new gauge has definitely got my attention and possibly making me think that I want something that I never even knew that I wanted. I think the way they delivered on the bike with this setup looks so great, so let's take a look at the actual setup. They say this is an industry first in the cruiser segment, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like it on a cruiser, so that's pretty cool. But let me know if you guys have ever seen anything similar to this on any other bikes out there, kind of in that smaller middleweight cruiser segment or any other types of bikes underneath a bagger. So this gauge is a 4-inch round display where ride commands can be operated through the grip controls or the digital touchscreen display to cycle through multiple interfaces like gauge layouts, ride information, and turn-by-turn navigation. All the features of this gauge include information like speedometer, odometer, dual tripometer, temperature, fuel range, fuel economy, gear position, clock, trouble codes, indicators for cruise control, high beam, low beam, battery voltage, probably more than that I even forgot to mention. All of the capabilities of this gauge make me extremely jealous considering my Sportster can't even get my fuel level warning right. But the huge thing that is changing my mind is more so how they're delivering this information in this small, sleek 4-inch display on a cruiser. Up until now, we really only had two choices for using navigation or these types of items on a motorcycle. The first being with our phones and a mount like you see here, like a rock form, for example. You mount it to your bars and then slide your phone right in so you can see it as you're riding. I know these are very popular and a lot of people like them. There's plenty of different brands out there to choose from. Or the second choice is the screens that you most likely see on big baggers integrated into the fairing. For example, here's a look at the Harley Infotainment Center on one of their baggers. It's a nice big screen, and I'm sure it's great and fully capable, but most people don't want that on a smaller cruiser or bobber style bike, for example, or a Sportster like I have. Having the ability to have these capabilities and features in different segments of bikes now is absolutely awesome in my opinion. For example, take a look at this picture right here. The gauge fits perfectly in with the style of the bike, and you've got all that tech and capability hidden right into the gauge while keeping that minimalist look. So the thing for me with this gauge is obviously not that it's new technology or anything like that. It's none of that that's so impressive. It's the delivery, I think, that's so cool. Because obviously that stuff has been around forever. That's not new. The thing that's changing my mind here is basically the delivery on a bike like a cruiser in a very sleek and subtle way. Like I said before, this is something that I didn't even know I wanted until I saw it. Now obviously I'm not going to go run out and buy the bike specifically because of this, but like I said, I have to admit I was pretty impressed by this move by Indian, and it's definitely got my attention. If I was able to have something like this on my Sportster, I think I would definitely like to have it. It's kind of starting to blend the best of both worlds by maintaining a minimal, simple look while integrating some very impressive technology, which obviously would help me stop from getting myself and other random strangers lost while riding. So I'm curious to know what everyone out there thinks of this gauge. Is it something you're interested in? Do you even care about navigation or technology on your bike? Drop it down there in the comments and let me know. Most likely I won't be getting a phone mount or any technology like this on my bike anytime soon, so I'll just continue winging it and getting lost every now and then, but hey, that's the fun part, right? So that's going to wrap it up for now and take a look at the new gauge on the new Indian Chief. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. And as always, ride safe out there. We'll catch you on the next one. It's the Moto John. We'll see y'all on down the road.